Hey guys, this is Gamer Cal playing Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. This one's actually in post-commentary because I wasn't happy with half of what actually happened in the real commentary stuff. So yeah, a lot of it, okay, this one wasn't as bad as it could have been, but a lot of it was just I hate ring attack or silence because of retaking stuff and thinking, you know, this set of conditions is bullshit, yada yada yada. So yeah, I was not really happy with that. Anyway, this freaking hole, once again, I still hate it, and it's horrible. It's made even worse in ring attack, obviously, because you can't necessarily hit the absolute perfect positions, but hey, I managed to do the really good first shot, which is where I wanted anyhow, so that's fine. And go for this second one. Obviously you need to hit it far enough so that you can hit the ring, but the fast fairway will screw you up quite a lot, and it's rather annoying, and yeah, I don't really like it. Chances are you're going to end up in that bunker, which is precisely what happens, unfortunately. I try and super backspin it to get away from that, but the way that kicked twice off the fast fairway, it was never stopping. And then the last ring is past the green, so yeah. Thankfully I'm in a good position for that. The minus 5% on that lie didn't make a difference in the end because I still managed to reach. And yeah, clip the ring, get onto the fairway, nice easy approach. This was probably the absolute best I've ever done at this particular ring attack, so I was pretty happy. So yeah, that is what ended up happening. We got ourselves up with an approach, 10 foot away, nice flat putt, and that is an easy par, which is what you need for the ring attack mode. So yeah. It's unfortunate the way these go sometimes, you know, with the whole thing of commentary not being great, but whatever. Rocky Rings is awesome because it forces me pretty much to do that shot which I did last time with Wario, you know? Actually, if you had a longer drive, yeah, you would need a bit of a longer drive, maybe Wario's drive itself, or DK's or something like that. You might be able to just shoot straight through these rings and hit that fairway over there, but obviously Diddy can't quite do that, so I go for that same rock type of shot that I did before. Managed to hit all 3 rings, which is good, hit off the rock, and could have probably backspun that. The control was terrible, so it didn't go where I wanted. If I'd have hit it with perfect control, it wouldn't have needed the backspin to stay out of the rough anyway, but who cares? This is for going on my second shot, so it's an approach to get on in regulation. Once again, freaking minus 5% there, that really does not help. The fact that I missed the accuracy doesn't help either, but minus 5% took a lot of power out of that shot, and it just didn't do any favors at all. I overhit the putt, which is kind of lame, just missed that entirely, but I still managed to get this one, because this putt really wasn't very hard at all. And yeah, nice easy par from that one, it's exactly what you need, and yeah. And now we go on to Wacky Weather, which is pretty sucky. There are 3 rings in total, you've got to hit them one shot after the other. The first one pretty much forces you to go here. You could lay up short and go onto the fairway before it, but then you've got to hit a really low shot anyway, and to be honest, there's no difference hitting this shot to hitting, you know, one to the fairway on that left hand side, and yeah, you're gonna hit the same spot anyway. I guess if you were for some reason using a non-star character, good luck even doing this with a non-star character, but if you were, then you would have to hit to the fairway first, because you might not even reach this point. I don't know. Star characters could reach that. But yeah, the non-star characters could reach that, you know what I mean. But yeah, just make sure you don't hit the rough during that bit, because if you do, you're gonna have no chance of getting up here. And there's a ring there as well, right on top of the freaking bunker there. So, gotta be careful with this one. You've really got to try and avoid that bunker. I've just noticed here I have that plus minus 5% lie, which does screw me over. I get the minus 3% again, so my shot is underpowered, and it actually just hits the bunker. Because the game is so freaking nice to me that in this run that it just happened to give me all of the really sucky lies, and I go for the approach anyway because it would be stupid not to. It is possible to chip in from here, and you know, it's better than just starting completely over, but as you can see, I completely failed the thing. I don't even hit the ring, it's that bad, and yeah, that was just terrible. So we give it a second go. Obviously the strategy I had was fine, it's just the RNG kind of screwed me over. I contemplated again just checking different shots here, seeing if I could avoid the trees in any other way, but pretty much go no, you've got to hit the shot, which I did. So just go over the trees. Eventually, had to, you know, readjust myself. That control was terrible, man. Seriously, I had some really poor shots in this as well. That didn't help. But whatever. At least we stay out of the heavy rough. That's the thing. You've really got to hit the bunker, you know, beach bunker bit there, because if you don't, hitting from the heavy rough to here would be very, very difficult and very likely to RNG screw you. So, you know, just try not to do it. I think in general I tend to find the lies are much less predictable in this game than they are in the original Mario Golf, because it's a plus minus X%, and depending on the game's feelings, you know, it can hit you over or under. It's not really possible to predict is what I'm trying to say, so half the time you're relying on good luck, and here I did actually get fairly good luck. This was not a bad putt at all, so not overly difficult. It's not the easiest putt ever, but it is mostly flat outside of the initial break, so you only need a slight adjustment for ones like that, and it was, yeah, pretty simple in the end. Alright, so what is next? Next is Snarky Shark. Snarky Shark should not be a difficult one. The idea is to hit onto the top of this bit first, or with a really high clarity you could hit down the bottom, but it's a little bit riskier. The idea though, hit this top bit and then hit a shot underneath, just underneath the teeth, so that you can get the ring and go as far forward as possible. Unfortunately, if you're stupid like me and you land in the heavy rough, there's not really very much you can do. There is absolutely no way to reach the ring there. And yeah, that doesn't help. So I try, well, let's hit the top of the board then, because the wind did kind of take that a little bit more than I wanted. I actually hit that more perfectly than I wanted as well, and yeah, it kind of rolls into the rough, and once again, even, you know, with Diddy's slow drive, I guess, as well, I can't really do very much here. I can just get that ring, which is okay, but the RNG screws me over. It gives you minus 5%, and that undershoots my thing more than enough to miss the ring. So you can imagine I was quite annoyed at that, because I had a shot on there, and we're gonna have to restart again. Third time lucky. Well, this time what I end up doing is I end up not getting this completely perfect. I get the minus 1% on the tee shot as well, so yeah, everything is in favor to stay on the freaking fairway this time, and that of course makes this shot a lot nicer. So now we can see I'm going to line myself up, that's okay. I contemplated hitting that, but I'm thinking no, the bounce on that's too unpredictable and I don't know where it would end up. So what I ended up doing was to hit something like this, which is only just going underneath the roof of the shark, and yeah, I managed to hit it absolutely perfectly, so no complaints there. Get myself kind of straight onto the fairway for a relatively easy approach. And it's not a bad one either. Having a look at that, the green is not really very dangerous. Just looking around a sec, I don't actually know why, I can't remember why I looked around there, but yeah. It's a straightforward approach anyway, and the backspin will hopefully keep it in a good position, which it does. It keeps it within 6 feet, I suppose. That's always nice. Nice straight putt, very easy par. Nice and easy complete. See, it's not supposed to be hard, that one. Unless the RNG screws you over. But, you know, that's besides the point. This one, on the other hand, this is probably the hardest one of the Blooper base set, and as you've seen, they've not exactly been easy. The wind condition really screwed me over here. I was thinking very, very strongly of restarting this one to try and get a better wind, because with the way Diddy having a draw means I can't fade this as much as I needed to get a good shot here anyway, and as you can see, I'm trying to prepare myself for getting down in that corner, thinking this has to be absolutely exact if it's going to work, and guess what, it doesn't. But yeah, the wind condition really hindered me with this one. I hit off of that pole. That's incredible. The accuracy to hit off of that pole. It's not a good shot, obviously, because it goes in the water, and with where it went, there was nothing I could do, so I had to restart. It's kind of lame how the water hazard thing took me all the way back there when I went past the rough and stuff on that island. But yeah, I think for a long time of just how the hell am I supposed to do this? Because I can't really do it with the wind in this way. Diddy's shot literally only just curves enough to make this just about doable. So I really got thinking, with the wind going against my curving ball, just how am I supposed to do this? That's why I strongly considered restarting thing. I will not be against restarting holes if, you know, as in going out to the menu again and coming back in to rechange the conditions, because some of these are very, very, very hard to do even with ambient conditions. But as you can see here, the wind being completely against me, it's just screwing up every shot I do. Clearly that was screwed up by the accuracy and things as well. You literally do have to hit this shot perfect. Just about doesn't matter who you use. I got a good position there as well. If I'd have hit that ring, might have actually been able to get to the green now. What can you do, eh? So yeah, I'm thinking, well, this is the sort of area which I would need to hit to get the ring. But I can't do that with the wind, so what am I supposed to do? I end up just hitting this. I have no idea why, but yeah, it hits the ring at least and just kind of bounces off the wood. If that would have gone maybe the 2 yard or something further so that it had landed in the heavy rough instead. No, it's normal rough there. What am I talking about? Yeah, if it had landed in the rough instead, I would have probably stayed on with my super backspin and stuff. So yeah, the wood bounce is not necessarily very good. However, now I kind of get the idea, well, let's just hit the top bit then. Let's hit the very top roof part of that hut and see how that goes. And lo and behold, as you can see with this actually does something. I think I must have kicked off of a very, very favourable part of that little cone-shaped thing at the top, and I land here. And I spent about a minute laughing at this thing, well not even a minute, but I spent a while laughing at this going, this is the craziest angle in the game ever, seriously. If I was left-handed I wouldn't be able to hit this shot, so it'd have been completely screwed up. I could have still made the fairway, I think, so it'd have been okay, but yeah, I just go to hell with this. You know, I have 2 shots to land on the green for a single putt, you know, to get par. It's a par 4 after all, so I figure I go for it. I really screwed up the accuracy there, but that turns out in freaking favour, because I get plus 13% from the thing. See, that was a plus minus 15% lie, and I got 13% extra power, so, you know, it was absolutely crazy. It actually bounced off the rock there. It was ridiculous the way that went. That was definitely super favourable. It put me in a much better chipping position than I would have been in. And yeah, we are able to make a fairly straightforward chip. I still overhit the thing, so that's kind of sucked. But yeah, fairly straightforward chip. Managed to get that very easily. Count myself lucky for that one, but you need luck in that one. With that sort of condition especially, you really do need the luck to get that one done. And then the last one, Heartburn, really easy. The only difficulty with this one is that if you happen to miss a ring, you're going to have to start over because you're not going to be able to get the ring again. The thing with this one is that you have to putt as soon as you land on the surface because almost that entire area is green, so you know you can't chip from the green obviously, that would kind of ruin the green. And yeah, it's a fairly nice thing. I don't think I make this putt actually because I was kind of stupid that I didn't adjust it enough, but yeah, just under adjusted. But it's fine because it was on for birdie and I only need par, whatever. That is it, that is this set done. So that pretty much brings us to the end of it, saying, well, that one really sucked, but I did well at it this time. The Snarky Shark one was harder for me than it should have been. Obviously the weather one was annoying, and the last one that was stupid was the hut one, but otherwise, not too bad. So this has been Gamer Cow with Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, and join me next time for the 5th set of this stuff, you know? It's gonna be even freaking harder, but worthwhile to do anyway. So see you guys later.